Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
What has happened, my child?
It's my cousin. She's visiting us, and she comes from a wealthy family, so I just assumed everything would be okay, but she's pretty snobby. Like, she won't even talk to me.
In what ways have you been unfriendly?
Well, I suppose I yell at her too much. I get kind of angry when she kind of blatantly ignores me and the rest of the family.
Mm-hmm. That is understandable, but she is new here and must be made to feel comfortable in a new place. Imagine how difficult that would be for you to start all over.
That's true. I shouldn't make assumptions that just... Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
What have you done, my child?
It's my youngest. I yelled at him the other day. We were both overwhelmed with grief of the passing of my father, and he just wanted some comfort, but I pushed him away. And my other children, too. They've just been just as frustrated as I am, but I just let my frustration turn into something worse, and it's just a testimony of the stress that I'm under.
Wrath is a deadly sin for you and the others around you.
I know, Father. That's why I came for penance.
Your penance is to perform an act of generosity to your son, and I hope that you have fully reflected on the wrongs of your actions.
I have, Father. No one should be the subject of another person's anger, especially their children.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
What have you done, my child?
Well, it's difficult to say.
You may say it, my child.
It's sometimes difficult to know the right path from the wrong path.
That is true for everyone.
I did the right thing, but in doing it, I did the wrong thing.
Morality is a difficult thing itself.
Yes, my mother killed my father, and I lied and took the fall for it.
I see.
It was the right thing to do, I know this. But it was also wrong because I lied, and because my mother killed even though my father deserved it. If the law and the government says she should be punished for this, who am I to disagree? But I wanted to protect my mother. It was the right thing for my family, and yet the wrong thing for the same time. How can that be?
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
What is your sin, my child?
My grandfather, he's a heathen, but I wanted to know him better.
There is nothing wrong with trying to know one's family.
But it's not only that, it's his traditions. I find them interesting.
It is a sin to sympathize with pagan practices.
I know. My father told me, no, he showed me that.
Punishment must be accepted if one...
And then there was the painting. My cousin Amaka, she painted a picture of him, and he caught me and Jaja with it. But we weren't doing anything wrong. We weren't doing any of his traditions or practices. We just wanted to know our grandfather better, and he just tried to take it from me, and when I refused, he beat me.
Your interest should always be in God. Pray to him morning, noon, and night to strengthen the bond between you.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
What have you done, my child?
I have these thoughts about murder.
Why such thoughts?
It's my husband. He...
It is wrong to think of such thoughts, especially against a spouse.
I know, Father.
When did this start?
The night. We had an argument, and I lost my child.
A gone child?
Yes, I was only 6 weeks gone.
Avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath.
And the one after that, the time I almost bled out, there was so much glass, so much blood. But I suppose by this time he knows what he's doing by now, so he knows best, right? I mean, he is the most religious of us all, the most pious of us all. He knows God better than we do, or at least that's what he tells us.
Hello.
What do you wish to say?
My family is collapsing right under me. My children are going every which way, doing every which thing. I think religion should hold us together as a family unit, with me at the head, of course. But now, things are changing, and my family's just falling apart.
What has changed?
Jaja is refusing communion, and Kambili is fraternizing with all these heathens. I think it all started when I sent them to stay with my sister. When they came back, things were just so different.
How do you react to such acts of defiance?
Well, to be honest, Father, I do react violently sometimes. I did throw a missile at Jaja, but he ducked, and he's fine. And when I found out that Kambili was staying in the same house as my heathen father, well, she'll still feel the burns anytime she walks next to one of those pagans. But that's just how I run things. I run them with an iron fist. That's just how things get done quickly and efficiently. That's how my family unit stays together. And I know it's bad, and it hurts me just as much as it hurts them. I mean, I cry every time. I cry louder than them. But that's just how you keep a tight lid on things. After all, I am just doing God's work.